Okay, first things first. The oil leak has been repaired. The radiator is about to be repaired. Had to go buy a brand new radiator. We'll get to that here in a minute. First off, the oil leak wasn't near as bad as we thought it would be. Let me take you down here with me. Let's go looking. Let me show you what I found. So let's see if we got enough light. There's my oil pan, all right? And originally, one guy thought it was leaking out of here, and I said, no, it's not leaking out of the bottom, trust me. There's nothing wrong with that oil pan. I said, I think it's leaking way up here, where the dipstick, and if there's one thing I know, it's dipsticks, where the dipstick comes all the way down through and then goes into the side of the oil pan, and it was leaking out right there. And so unscrewed that, took it apart, put some sealant on there that you can see is kind of red. It's a sloppy looking job, but who the hell's under here looking besides me and now you? It stopped the oil leak. That's all that matters. Thank goodness. A nice cheap fix. The radiator's another story. After being stranded out on the highway and having antifreeze fly all over the engine, it was a mess. This was just, I mean, every little nook and cranny was just filled with antifreeze. The top hose came completely, well, what we thought was loose from the radiator, but the problem is this piece right here is plastic, and it actually snapped right off. I thought I still had it, and it was on the inside of the hose, and the hose came loose, and so everything just sprayed all over the place. So we got a brand new radiator. Went down to O'Reilly and picked that up. The hoses are in great shape because I had brand new hoses put on it in, I believe it was January of this year. There's nothing wrong with the hoses. It's a 16-year-old radiator that's really had some heavy-duty use on it, and it just finally gave out the neck on it right here. We've checked it all over. The other hoses are great. The belt is great. There's no issues there. So all we got to do is take this off. This is the job. Of course, with the 7.3 diesel, you got to take everything off. You got to take this off, take the top of this off. Got to take the fan motor, the fan off of off the front, and then lift the radiator out. You know, disconnect all the hoses underneath and go ahead and get that out. And we got a brand new radiator we're going to put in it. Notice I say we because our neighbor who lives over there is a mechanic. And Brian's going to help. Actually, Brian's going to do it. Tom is going to help by staying out of the way. But that's our next project, and we'll get that done. And while Brian was, actually, he's the one who did the oil thing too, got that fixed. He looked at the brakes and says, hey, you're going to need some brakes pretty soon. I said, really? Okay. Guess we're doing that next too. So we've got the radiator and the brakes, and then we'll have a decent running truck. There's nothing else wrong with this thing. We love our iTow. That's the name of the truck, iTow. Because iTow tows our house on wheels. Talo. T-A-L.